Hello and welcome back to my channel and to a new video. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. I feel like I'm a bit far away. Let's come in a bit. There we go, that's better. If you're new here, my name is Nicola. I make lifestyle videos, which means like hauls and a bit of cleaning here and there, general vlogs and things like that. And I thought I would just do a catch up today. It seems like a long time since I've just talked about just what we're up to. I've done quite a few hauls recently and shop with me's, and I did obviously my vlog of my walk the other week, but that was more talking about walking than anything else. So I thought I would just come on today. It's my videos, actually I've tried to keep them as regular as possible. I've missed the odd one here and there. Obviously it's summer holidays and work is just as busy, so constantly trying to juggle work and home and take bits of time off here and there has been quite tough. So occasionally I've had to miss a video just because I've been busy doing other things, living life. So how is everybody? I hope you're all good. If you've got children and they're been off for the summer, then I hope you've had a good one. If you've been on holiday, then I hope you've had a great time. I've actually had to come away from social media a little bit and just limit my time on there, because everybody is sharing their wonderful holidays and I'm, you know, so pleased that everyone's having lovely holidays. But when you're not going away, and Phoebe's constantly going, I wish we were going, everyone's going on holiday, why aren't we going on holiday? Because it's expensive, that's why. It's sometimes a bit like, ugh, when everybody's having a lovely time and you're here sat at your computer working. But you know, we've had some wonderful holidays, and I keep reminding Phoebe she had 4 holidays last year. 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 4. 4 holidays last year, because she went on the school ski trip at the beginning of the year. Then we went to Prague for the Dance World Cup, and you know, it's like, it's not really a holiday, but it was a holiday. Then she went away with my parents and my family to Devon, and then we went to Disneyland Paris again for dancing, but it was a holiday. So we cannot complain really, and you know, it would be like nice to be sat by a pool in the lovely sunshine, but we're not, and that's fine too. So we've tried to be doing some nice days out. So I took Phoebe to Birmingham for the day, in the third week of the holidays. So first week we just were at home. Second week she had dance competition, so we were backwards and forwards doing that. And then the third week, on the Wednesday, we went to Birmingham for the day. We went shopping and bought her some bits and pieces she needed for school. And then we went in the evening to see Mary Poppins, the UK tour, because her friend Evie is in that at the moment, playing Jane Banks. So we went to see her do her thing, and she was amazing. So that was really good. And we also had a weekend in Swindon, in sunny Swindon. So Phoebe she goes to a Tap Attack, which is like an associates group for tap dancing. She does that once a month on a Sunday, and they had an intensive over a weekend, first weekend in August. So she went to that, and then I went down. So I went to Bristol shopping one of the days, and then the other day I went to see my mum for the day, so that was really nice. So we did that, and then last week I had Thursday and Friday off. So on Thursday we went to London for the day. We went to the Squid Game experience, which was brilliant. It was really good. I really didn't know what to expect. I have watched Squid Game. Sorry, I'm having my cup of tea. I have watched Squid Game the first season. I didn't watch the second one. Phoebe has. She loves it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I knew like some of the games, like red light, green light, things like that. So if you haven't seen it, it's a pretty horrific program, because they play these games to try and win money. This is in the TV show, and then when they lose the games, they get killed basically. So we did play the games, but we obviously didn't get killed. But it was really good fun, really good fun. Loved it. So thoroughly recommend that. It's at the Excel. So if you go to Custom House Tube and you go down to the waterfront, it's just there, and all of the experiences seem to be there. There was the Elvis Presley one, there was the Friends one, I think the Traitors one is there. So yeah, all of the experiences seem to be in these little warehouses along the waterfront there. So we did that in the morning, and then we got the cable car over the Thames from the dockside over to the O2, which was amazing. I loved doing that. It's quite pricey just for like a one-way. I think I paid like £10.50 for the two of us just to go literally across the river, but it was worth it. It was a good experience. And then we had a little wander around near the O2. We went into the O2 for lunch, and then we went, there's like, it's called the Tide, which is like a walkway with some like art installations and stuff. It was designed or built by the same people that did the High Line in New York. It is in no way, I mean, not that I've been to New York, but I've seen people who walk the High Line there, and it's nowhere near the same in comparison, but it was still lovely, and it was a hot day, so it was nice and sunny, and we walked along there. And then there is an art gallery there that we were going to go to, but it was closed, much to Phoebe's delight. She was like, ugh, don't want to go to art gallery. I was like, well, it might be fun, it was free. And anyway, we didn't do that. And then we got the tube back into town, and we went, did a bit of shopping, because that's Phoebe's favourite thing to do. And then we went to Covent Garden, and she went to Pineapple Dance Studio to do a tap class in the evening, which she really enjoyed. She had a bit of a panic beforehand because she was queuing up to go in, and it was all like people my age. I mean, they probably weren't my age, they're probably like in their 30s, but she said, they're all people your age, and I'm going to be the youngest. It's going to be really embarrassing. I said, it's going to be more embarrassing for them than for you. If you can dance the same or better than them, then they should be embarrassed, not you. Oh, bear with. Sorry, I just had a call I had to answer. So yeah, but anyway, she really enjoyed that that class, and then I think we went home after that. So that was really good. And then on Friday she had tickets, which is for her upcoming birthday, which isn't until November, but she wanted to go to this concert for a K-pop band she likes called Blackpink, and she went to Wembley Stadium. So the plan was, so she had a friend she wanted to take, so I was going to pick up the friend, 2:30. Andrew was going to come with me. We were going to go to Wembley, drop them off, and then go and have some dinner and just mooch about. And then we said, well, hang on a minute, why don't we go and see Starlight Express, because that's on at the theatre at the Troubadour, which is at Wembley Stadium. So we said, well, we'll wait until the morning, we'll try and get some tickets on Rush Tickets. I don't know if you know, there's an app called Today Tix, and certain shows launch Rush Tickets in the mornings, so you can get them for £30, and you can only buy up to 2, and they're only available, like, it's basically what they've got left, and you can buy them for £30. So anyway, I forgot to go on at 10 o'clock, which was stupid, so I went on a bit later, and they did have some tickets, but they were quite far back, and Andrew quite likes to be on the end of a row, and they weren't on the end of a row. So he was like, well, he's seen it before, I've not seen it. So in the end we decided, well, let's see if I can get one ticket and I'll go. So I managed to get a ticket in the carriage section, which is right at the front, 4 rows from the front, and which was amazing, just for £30. Those tickets are usually like £150, I think, or more even. So so yeah, I took the girls, I left them, I went off and had a mooch around the outlets there, and I got something to eat, and then went in and watched Starlight Express, which was amazing. I loved it. I can't believe I've never seen it. And yeah, really enjoyed that. And then I had about half-hour wait afterwards for the girls to come out, and then we came home. Only took us just over an hour to get home. So yeah, that was really good. That was nice. And then at the weekend, we had a really nice weekend. Saturday, Andrew and I did the garden, so I replanted. So the dog had ripped out all my plants from our raised beds, and we've had all sorts of problems with our bamboo. I think I've mentioned this before on here, but if I haven't, then basically we put some bamboo into our raised beds when we had our garden done in 2020, because I've always wanted bamboo in the garden. I love the noise of it. But I was warned by my dad afterwards that it tends to travel quite a bit, and perhaps we should have planted it in a pot rather than into the raised bed. And then a couple of weeks ago we felt something coming through under our artificial lawn that we had put in last year, and I think I'm not sure whether it was just a mound or whether there's something coming through. We couldn't work out, and you can't lift up the lawn to see, so it was alongside where some of this bamboo was coming through, so we had a feeling it might be that, so we ripped out the entire bamboo bush from that section, and then the others, it's coming in. You can see like the bamboo going all the way along the raised beds. They just keep shooting up everywhere. So we pulled out loads of roots, cut it all back. I'm thinking we probably would take it out at some point, but at the moment we've just pulled it out like bits and pieces, like neatened it up, put some new plants in, tidied up the lawn, so that looks really nice. And yeah, it felt, and then in the evening I sat in the garden, which I haven't done really all summer because the garden's looking a bit of a mess and I hadn't really wanted to sit out there, so it was nice to sit out there, had a glass of wine. It felt a bit like we were on the summer holidays, so we got Domino's to celebrate. And then on Sunday I went for a long walk. Well, not that long, I did 7.5 miles. I did it just over 2 hours. I did a really quick walk in training for my Peak Pursuit challenge, which is in 2 weeks on Friday. And yeah, so that was good. So yeah, generally we've sort of been pottering, doing little bits here and there. I am off the bank holiday weekend. I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I've got 5 days span of time off. And we have nothing planned. I think Andrew and Phoebe are going to a concert, no, like a festival. They did it last year. They're hoping to get tickets for that for Saturday. So I have Saturday sort of on my own. And then I don't know what we're going to do. So Phoebe's got a dance class Sunday afternoon. And apart from that, we've got nothing planned. So it would be nice to do something, but I don't know what. I'm still desperate to start decorating, but we haven't had our walls, our doors frames fixed. We had 2 people come and do a quote, and the chap that we chose, well, he hasn't actually given us a quote yet. The chap that we prefer seemed a bit more like he knew what he was doing. He hasn't given us a quote yet, and he came like 2.5 weeks ago, so I don't know whether maybe he's not interested in doing the job. I think maybe we underestimated what the job was going to be. So if you haven't seen my job videos before, but we've had a new floor put down. It's lower than the old one, so all of our door frames are higher and so need lowering. I think we thought that they would need to be taken off and replaced, but the 2 people that came to look said no, we could just lower them. So that means we could keep the doors, which would make it cheaper. So I'd say we have had one quote, but we're waiting for the other one. If he doesn't bother, then we'll probably go with the first guy and just hope that he's good. We haven't had a lot of luck with tradesmen since we moved in, but I really want that done because I can't decorate until it's done, because obviously if I paint the walls or whatever, then it's just going to make a mess when they take off the architraves and the door frames. So I desperately want to do that because that's kind of why I took the week off, was to do some decorating, but I can't. So I could decorate upstairs, but then we need new carpets. Like, maybe I should wait. I don't know. I might start decorating upstairs maybe instead next week. But yeah, so that's, what other news have we got? Phoebe's been keeping herself busy, obviously doing things with me, but also doing lots of work for Andrew. So Andrew went full-time with his business back in March, doing Lego, selling Lego. And so she's been helping break up sets and build sets and all sorts of stuff. So she's been doing that, as has Archie, to try and get, you know, more business, which is good. It's doing well, which is what we can ask for, really. My work's been very busy. It's always very busy. When I joined my company, I mean, I've been with my company 17 years, so it's a long time. I've done various jobs in that time, but we used to very much be, you know, you'd get, I work in marketing, and so you'd get a campaign ready, and then it would go live, and you get that lull, a little bit of a, ooh, because like most campaigns would go live for 2 months, sometimes 3 months, so you get a bit of a lull before you start working on the next one. But now it's just like bam, 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 all the time there's something that we have to be working on. So so yeah, there's no let up really anymore. I came back to work having my 2 days off on Thursday, Friday, to over 50 emails, and what I should have done is taken my email app off my phone, because I could see them coming in. It was making me anxious. I kept wanting to read them, so if I just read that one and I'll reply to that, and then that'll get that out of the way. But that's not a day off, is it? And you're taking time off, you need to be off. And then on Sunday I would feel myself getting anxious throughout the day, knowing that I'd got these 50 emails to respond to on Monday morning. I mean, by the time when I started on Monday, I'd worked through them in about an hour and it was fine, they were done. But you know, you could have that like anxiety. So I think what I should have done is just not not had them on my phone, and I think I'll do that this weekend coming, so that I'm not bothered or feeling anxious about going back to work, which, I mean, I shouldn't do. I'm not anxious about my job. I love my job, but anyway. What else have we got looking? So Phoebe's starting her new school in 2 weeks, or a week and a half. She goes back early on the 1st because she's going to a performing arts school, and they do for the first week like a showcase. So when you go to the school, you choose a pathway. She's doing musical theatre pathway, so they will do a musical theatre showcase. So they work on that throughout the week, Monday to Thursday, and then Friday they do a big show, which annoyingly is the day that I'm doing my Peak Pursuit challenge, which means I can't go. So I'm really disappointed about that, but Andrew will go, and the other mums who are in the, from her friends will be there, so that's something. But yeah, I can't go, so I'm gutted about that, but there we go. But she's, I think apprehensive about going to school, but also excited, so it'll be good to see. Hopefully she'll have a good first week. And then Archie is potentially starting university in October, whenever that starts. I think he's gonna go. He's up and down, not quite sure. If you didn't know, he went to university 3 years ago for a year and then dropped out, and now he wants to go back, but only to a local uni. He's not going to be going into London or away to uni. He's just staying at home and going here, but I think he's going to do that. I think he wants to, but I think he knows he kind of needs to for what he wants to do. So I think, I said to him, well, you've got to be sure, because you can't go and waste another year of tuition fees if you're going to drop out. So you've got to be sure now, go and stick at it. So I think that's the plan. We are supposed to be going to New York in December. We've now postponed that for another year because of Andrew's changing job. Finances are a bit up and down. We don't want to be forking out a lot of money for a big holiday just at the moment, so next year might be a bit more achievable, so we've postponed it for a year. So that's nice knowing that it's not gone, because I kind of thought we'd have to cancel it, but we've just postponed it for another year. And then I think this year, because I've taken some holiday at that time in December, we're going to go just to Europe, to Bruges or Cologne or something like that, to Christmas markets, and do a little city break instead. So at least we've got something nice to look forward to, but not like a big holiday. And that way we might be able to have a summer holiday next year as well. Maybe, we'll see. So yeah, I think that's all my news. Have I got anything else? My mum's doing really well. It was nice to see her. She's settling in to her new place. So she moved to be nearer my sisters when my dad died last year. And she's sort of setting up her new life there. She said sometimes, I think, what on earth am I doing here? But she's just gone gung-ho. She's got right into it. She's so busy and joining lots of clubs and choirs and things. So yeah, she's really enjoying that. So that's really nice that she's able to set up a life there, and she's moved while she's still active and can do all of that stuff. And then, when she can't, she's got my sisters around the corner who can help her, so that's really nice. I don't get to see her anywhere near as much as I used to, and she doesn't really call me, so I have to remember to keep calling her, but at least I know that she's got my sisters there, so that's good. I don't think there's anything else I can update you on. I think that's pretty much everything. Dogs are good. Well, Bungo's not 100% at the moment. Oh, not me thing. He's not, but he's fine. I think he's hurt his foot. He's got his nails. He won't let us cut his nails, and they've got a little bit long. So we have to try and trim them back little by little, which is hard because he doesn't like you doing it, and the vet won't do it because they say we can do it. So yeah, we have to. And the other day he caught one of his nails when he was in here with Buddy, when someone came to the door, and I shut them in my office usually when someone comes to the door, and they obviously were, not fighting, but having a go with each other, and his claw got caught, I think, and it was bleeding, and he's limping a bit today. So I'm going to give it a couple of days just to see if it sorts itself out before I take him to the vet, because I think it happened to Buddy once before and it just sorted itself out. So we just it's not bothering him too much, he's just reluctant to put too much weight on it, so we'll keep an eye on it. But other than that, he's fine. So yeah, we're all good. So I hope you're all well as well. Sorry this isn't a big, like, I don't know, haul or whatever video, but I just thought it'd be nice to catch up and give you all my updates. And I'm not sure what next week's video will be, but I'm sure I will think of something. And yeah, leave me a nice comment down below, let me know how you are, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
You've told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention.